Hello, sports fans. This is Steven here with Sports Choice Plus. I'm bringing you a very special breakdown, and I'm covering the clock is ticking. Before I get right into that, I want to make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates, all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Looking directly in the NFC North, you have a lot of moving parts going on. You have Aaron Rodgers that's just been jettisoned from the Packers. You have the Detroit Lions going crazy in the draft. You have Chicago Bears trading back and taking every kind of deal that's on the table to get out of every number to pick. And then you have the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings had a decent draft, and I think that overall, from the standpoint of what this team needs, I don't think this team has on their actual team right now. And what that is a better quarterback. If we're being blunt and we're being straightforward, Kirk Cousins has shown you 5 years of inconsistent quarterback play. When it's called for Kirk Cousins to take charge and to lead his team and to help his team rally and to help his team do certain things, he's come up small. Each and every time he's come up small. And when you think about the opportunities of them having the great team that they had record-wise last year, and them having so much chance to possibly make a Super Bowl, and them having multiple opportunities to essentially get out and do things, they've come up short. And you got to think, it's only so many coaches you can fire. It's so many general managers you can fire. It's only so many offensive coordinators you can get rid of. It's so many schemes you can run before we start looking at who? You, Kirk Cousins. When you think about everything that's from the standpoint of the running game, Dalvin Cook has gotten healthy and played well. Adam Thielen was there at one point. You have Justin Jefferson balling out. And you got to think the defense has come and gone to where it was your strength at one point in time. Now it's your weakness almost. And Kirk is the same quarterback. He may be middle of the run mill. He's not going to take those deep chances down the field. He's not going to extend the third down by going deep with a bomb. He's not going to do the things that you want your quarterback to do. He's not a Patrick Mahomes. He's not a Justin Herbert. He's not a Joe Burrow. He's not an Aaron Rodgers. He's not none of the above. He's just going to be able to win a couple of games. He's going to be able to have a good passer rating. He's going to be able to do certain things. And now you're thinking, okay, so we're looking good. Think about last year when the Giants came in and punched him in the mouth in the playoffs. Just essentially think about this. Week after week after week after week. What goes on? Think about when this team was rolling and rocking and they essentially were passed year after year in the playoffs. Think about when the Eagles came and dominated them. Think about so many different things that's happened to this Minnesota Vikings team where they've had a legitimate team that can actually ball. Think about this. Who is to blame? You can only blame the defense so much. You can only blame the running back so much. You can only blame the wide receivers or the O-line so much. When you're not making the plays down the field that you need to make. When you're not taking the chances. When you're not throwing those 50-50 balls in the right place. You got to keep in mind, as talented as Minnesota is, are they really going to do anything in this draft to change this? The answer was no. Yes, I like the kid they took out of USC. Yes, the wide receiver. I like it. But that move is not going to get this team into the Super Bowl. It's not going to get them any better in the playoffs. So I seriously have to ask myself, Minnesota, what are you going to do? After 5 years of seeing the same kind of quarterback play, the same kind of schemes, the same kind of offensive production, what do? You try to replace your quarterback. So Minnesota's on the clock. It's time's ticking. Time's ticking. Kirk Cousins got to go. The draft is over. They took a quarterback in the 5th round, Jaren Hall. He's not going to be your starter. He's not going to be somebody that's going to challenge him. So they're going to have to go get a real veteran. They're going to have to go get somebody that can actually ball. It may end up being Caleb Williams. So, all you Minnesota Vikings fans, get in the comment section. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. And, leave your comments in the comment section. We'll see you on the next video.